Welcome back to another Unbridled History. I'm Oz, and today we are talking about something that is one of my favorite things to talk about, but we are talking about Nintendo's Game Boy today. Um, it was developed by Nintendo's Research and Development Department, led by the legendary designer Gunpei Yokoi, the mind behind this Game & Watch series. Yokoi believed in lateral thinking with withered technology, using mature, affordable components to create fun, durable products. Released in Japan on April 21st, 1989, and later that year in North America and Europe, the Game Boy launched with a 2.6-inch monochrome LCD screen, custom 8-bit Sharp processors, and support for interchangeable cartridges, something like Game & Watch predecessors. Despite competitors like the Atari Lynx and the Sega Game Gear boasting color screens and marked power, Nintendo focused on the battery life, durability, and price. Business strategy proved unbeatable. When the Game Boy hit the US on July 31st, 1989, it came bundled with Tetris. If you want more about the Tetris story, go watch the movie Tetris. It's a really good movie. Easily one of my favorite movies. A decision that changed everything. So these puzzle games appealed to adults as much as it did kids, selling 35 million copies, becoming the system's best-selling title. Tetris was also the first to use the Game Link cable, allowing multiplayer play, which was our glimpse into early portable social gaming. However, the Game Boy quickly became home to some iconic titles. In 1989, we got Super Mario Land. In 1992, we got Kirby's Dream Land. In 93, we got Link's Awakening. And then in 1996, in Japan, we got Pokemon Red and Green. So by the mid-90s, the Game Boy wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. And throughout the years after the original Game Boy release, I'm holding this as a visual, I guess, but years after the original Game Boy release, it had several evolutions. The Game Boy Pocket, a slimmer, lighter redesign with a sharper black and white screen and reduced requirements from 4 AA to 2 AAA. In '98, we got the Japan exclusive model, the Game Boy Light, featuring a backlit screen, finally allowing some nighttime play without the little, Game Boy lamp. You put the cartridge in, put the add-on, or was it add-on cartridge add-on? I don't remember. And then in 1998, we got the Game Boy Color, the first backwards compatible color handheld capable of displaying up to 56 colors simultaneously. It extended the Game Boy's life well into the 2000s. And then in the 2000s, we got the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Advance SP, leading us into the Nintendo DS. So, from 1989 to 2003, the Game Boy dominated the handheld gaming scene. Success came from long battery life, affordable hardware, a massive iconic game library, durability that made it nearly indestructible, and cultural phenomena, Pokemon and Tetris. Cultural phenomena like Pokemon and Tetris. Even as the technology advanced, the Game Boy's philosophy, fun over flat, remained unmatched. So the Game Boy wasn't the most powerful game. Heck, even the Switch 2 nowadays isn't the most powerful. I mean, we got the Steam Deck. There's so many more powerful handhelds. But the Game Boy wasn't the fastest, the most powerful. It wasn't the prettiest, but it was the right device at the right time, built with its right philosophy. And because of that, it became one of the most important gaming systems ever created.